Now we're tired.
Yeah.
We're feeling it. We're Blink-182 feeling it in this bitch.
I don't get the reference, but I only listen to a couple of their songs.
I know. We've had this exact same discussion on a previous episode.
And we thought it was like a year ago, but really it happened then and now at the same time.
And we're back. Yeah.
Yeah. We never left.
It's, I don't know, man. It's weird. I've never thought of that kind of block theory that I thought about a second ago. And maybe that's, maybe it's so far off base that I'm just like, pulling at anything that could possibly make sense. But I don't know if my brain's really feeling it.
Sometimes I just sit here and we're talking and just theories get formulated in my head as we're talking.
I've noticed. Yeah.
And they're just as possibly possible as some of the ones we're talking about.
That is, I'm gonna just set you straight. That is few and far between. All right. I feel like where the instant constipation came from? It came from the weird ones that you make up where you're just like, this is this and that, and you're just throwing shit together.
You laugh, but one day you might see that, damn.
I'll be like, wow, he was right the whole time.
Yeah.
And right. I kept it from the public. I kept it from everyone. I was like, no.
Like this weird thing where we basically put out a tsunami episode within days of an actual tsunami that we had recorded before then. A couple weeks ago, recorded an episode talking about war. As of this recording, there's a war going on, but that one's not really, like I say, I said that, but a lot of people were saying that I just stole their idea.
Classic stuff.
A lot of people smarter than me were like, oh, we're about to go to war. And I'm like, we're about to go to war.
Yeah, it's really easy to be a echo chamber, isn't it?
Dustin reached out and said, that was prescient on the war. And I'm like, ooh, nice word. I feel smart.
That was what?
Prescient.
Prescient? Okay.
So.
He was Prussian?
Prescient.
He was Prussian.
What if after a while, all of us, you know how we've talked about the TikTok time travelers?
Yes.
What if I got better at predicting the future than them?
Then we would have to get you on TikTok as a...
But I wouldn't be a time traveler. I'd be like, I just know.
Yeah.
I'd be like...
That would make you a prophet of some kind.
Yes. Hopefully a financial kind of prophet.
That would be the best. Profit from the prophet.
I don't want to be a spiritual prophet.
Yeah.
I would like to have...
It usually ends pretty badly for them.
Yeah, always. For either them or the people that follow them.
Everyone all around. But that's neither here nor there. Other instances of missing time that didn't really make this, because I feel like it's a story that's talked about a lot, was like the whole Betty and Barney Hill thing. That's another instance where, again, a car was involved. I don't know, man.
Cars seem to be involved with missing time a lot, which makes you wonder why. Like, I'm trying to think if I hear stories with a lot of missing time that doesn't include cars. And that's probably why I shifted over to it being the open road kind of theme for the episode, was because and don't get me wrong, there were some really great stories of missing time that weren't like the one we kind of touched on a couple episodes back with the kid that was playing his DS, and then suddenly, his friend was shooting hoops or whatever, and was like, can I make it from half court? And then he looks up and his dad's like, what? And he's like in his kitchen table or some shit, like that's technically a missing time story, but it was, I don't know, there's a lot of them, but the theme that I kept coming back to was the open road thing, because it's weird. It's something that I can't grasp. I can't understand how you could be driving and it's a path that you go on all along for however many years, months, weeks, whatever it is. And then suddenly it's different. It doesn't make sense that you can be driving the high desert and then suddenly look around and you're like, what is this, fucking Oregon? I don't understand. Being in the high desert, we realize, or growing up in the high desert, you and I realize that it's kind of a strange place. There are some weird energies.
It's creepy. It's a little creepy at night.
Most of them are depressing. Well, actually, I don't think the night is as depressing in the high desert as the day. Because I think the night's a little creepy, but it's beautiful if you're away from town a little bit.
Sure.
You will never see so many stars. You'll see satellite.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But, if it's daytime, it's just tumbleweeds and dirt and some wind.
And a lot of heat.
Yeah. And all the animals out there just about are not cute.
Yeah.
You'll have a coyote here and there,
some bunnies,
a mountain lion maybe here and there, some birds, but everything else is reptilian, and humans and reptilians just aren't like compatible.
That's why they're trying to take over, Christian. That's why the reptilians are here for us.
Yes.
And that's why they're not one of the nice alien races, according to everyone that talks about reptilians.
Hey, man, I was brought up with the propaganda that reptilians were scary.
It really do be like that.
Yeah. I get it, man. They taught me early, don't trust the reptilians.
Yeah.
And I don't know who they were,
But they said it.
But it's like now that I'm like all inclusive as far as alien races go,
Yeah.
reptilians still give me pause. I can't just quite trust them. Like they are the evil aliens, and they might be the nicest, but
I just can't
the powers that be have convinced me they're not.
They're cold-blooded, Christian. They can't be the nicest.
They're called what?
They're cold-blooded.
Yeah, but maybe that, us warm-blooded beings naturally are tribal with other warm-blooded animals.
Classic.
And we could be wrong. They could be right.
I guess, at some point we'll learn, but for the time being, we probably won't. We'll kind of close out on this last, this is a short one from J-Case 191.
J-Case 191.
Is there an echo in here?
I don't know why. I just like to say Reddit names.
Yeah, I've noticed. Yeah, I was walking home from work. Oh, this isn't technically in a vehicle, but still travel.
Yeah.
I was walking home from work, got off at 3 a.m. I worked at a Taco Bell. I was 19. My walk, this guy uses sentences like you do. I was 19, period. Where's the oomph? Where's the pizzazz?
Some of us just do not have a life full of pizzazz.
No, the last episode, the one you wrote, actually had a little more pizzazz to it.
That was really, and maybe that's because I've been practicing writing more.
Yeah, you get a little more free with it as you do it more.
Yeah.
So anyway, J-Case, I was walking home from work, got off at 3 a.m. I worked at a Taco Bell. I was 19, and my walk home was the next town over.
That's a long-ass walk.
It's a long-ass walk. I'd say it was probably a 45-minute walk for him. Oh, hey, look at that. Usually a 45-minute walk. I was walking down the longest road when I see these really bright headlights from behind. I turn to look, and they're right up on me. I get home. I'm getting undressed when I look at my clock. It's 5:45 a.m. I always get in between 3:45 and 4 a.m. At that moment, I realized that I didn't remember anything between seeing those headlights and walking through the door. That would be a little too freaky for me. Like, that would creep me out more than...
That would be pretty creepy. Also, maybe a warning. Don't trust eating Taco Bell food. There will be time slips or missing time.
And it'll be a hell of a time.
Yeah. And your toilets might wish that they had missed some time if your toilets were sentient.
Probably, especially, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a fun one.
No.
But, I mean, that's another, just chalk for Alien Abduction.
Okay. For some reason, this story right here made me remember a time.
Did this happen to you?
Where I had missing time.
Really? Okay. Let's go on. Let's get into it.
Okay. And this one probably has a easy to explain reason behind it. But I was in high school.
Yes.
On the baseball team. We had just played a horrible game. So, the next practice was horrible. We'd run these things called a nutcracker. And I'll explain what a nutcracker is. And anybody that's ever hated running and played baseball will understand this.
Can I take a guess at what it is first?
Yeah.
Okay. You are lined up as a team and you run. As you reach the finish line, your coach hits you in the nuts just to be like, hey, you really fucking blew it last game.
In this case, I will tell you about my coach.
Okay.
Coach Iacino. We called him Ice.
Ice.
And this one, actually, if I explain a little bit about him, actually seems like you're on the right track, but you're not. One time, we were fancy. We had a batting cage. Not all schools had them, but I had a batting cage there at Palmdale High School.
Wait, that with the thing that...
Yeah, the pitching machine.
Really? Oh, damn. Yeah,
and the netting around it.
Yeah.
So the coach was in there feeding the balls into the machine, and one of the bit players drilled this one right back at him to where the coach had to go diving out of the way to get missed by the ball.
Yeah.
Even though he was behind something, it was going to basically murder him. So he was embarrassed. So he got up, grabbed the bucket of balls he was feeding him, started throwing them at the kid. And the kid's trapped. There's nets all around him.
Was the kid intentionally aiming for the coach?
No, but he made the coach, Coach Iacino was a little tense.
Yeah.
So your term of getting in trouble to the point where he's going to pick up a baseball bat and hit you in the cup every time you cross the finish line is not far off.
There you go. Yeah.
But it's wrong. So a nutcracker is you line up at home base.
Yeah.
You run to first base.
Yeah.
Touch it. Run back to home base.
Run
to first base to second base. Touch it. Run all the way back.
Gotcha.
And you do this all the way around. When you get to home and run all the way back, that's one.
That's when he hits you. you.